Welcome to our channel. Today, we delve into one of the bloodiest narratives in the Bible, the Book of Joshua. This account goes beyond mere conquest. It presents a graphic portrayal of warfare filled with violence, atrocities, and unsettling divine mandates. Join us as we explore the brutal military campaigns that defined Israel's entry into the Promised Land and the dark practices of the peoples they encountered. To understand the bloodshed in Joshua, we must first consider the historical context. After wandering in the desert for 40 years, the Israelites, led by Joshua, are finally poised to enter the Promised Land, a land that is divinely ordained for them. The first major conquest is Jericho, famously brought down by the sound of trumpets and the shouts of the Israelites. What follows is a harrowing scene of slaughter, where the inhabitants are annihilated. The only survivor, Rahab, is spared for her faith, yet the cost of this victory is staggering. As Joshua leads the Israelites through Canaan, a grim pattern emerges. Cities like Ai, Hazor, and many others fall before them, each meeting a similar fate. The graphic descriptions of violence echo throughout the chapters, painting a stark picture of warfare. Towns are burned and their populations decimated in what is framed as divine justice. The Canaanites were not merely a single group. They comprised various city-states and tribes, each with distinct practices and beliefs. However, they shared troubling attributes that made them targets for conquest, practices that fundamentally conflicted with the moral and religious codes of the Israelites. One of the most horrific atrocities associated with the Canaanites was child sacrifice. Worship of gods like Moloch involved the offering of children as burnt sacrifices, a barbaric ritual condemned throughout the Bible. This practice served as a significant justification for the Israelite conquest. Canaanite religion was steeped in idolatry, worshiping a pantheon of gods that led to moral decay. Their rituals often included sexual immorality and temple prostitution, violating the covenant laws given to Israel. These corrupting influences posed a serious threat to the Israelites' faithfulness to God. The Canaanites were also known for their violent tendencies. As a collection of warrior tribes, they frequently engaged in conflicts, not only among themselves but also against neighboring nations. Their reputation for brutality solidified the view that they were enemies of God's chosen people. In the theological framework of the Book of Joshua, the atrocities of the Canaanites serve as a narrative of divine judgment. God commands the Israelites to conquer Canaan, framing it as a response to the rampant sinfulness of its inhabitants. The destruction of these cities is presented as a necessary means of purging the land from iniquity. The conquests, particularly that of Jericho, illustrate the harsh realities of this divine mandate. Following God's commands, the Israelites destroy these cities completely, leading to widespread slaughter. The narrative emphasizes the totality of their destruction, often leaving no survivors, which underscores the seriousness of the Canaanites' sins. The Book of Joshua raises profound questions about morality and divine justice. Is the destruction of entire populations justified when viewed through the lens of divine command? This narrative compels us to confront our understanding of justice, mercy, and the consequences of sin. Thank you for joining us in exploring the dark narrative of the Book of Joshua. The atrocities committed by the Canaanites provide a complex backdrop for understanding the Israelite conquest and the moral dilemmas it presents. What are your thoughts on the themes of violence and justice in Scripture? Share your reflections in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth examinations of biblical narratives and their implications.